What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Indians live stream. And this will be my Tigers and Royals series recap, or recapsa, because I was lazy and I did not recap the Tigers series, although not like there was really much to recap. Because as you would expect, we dominated that series. I'm just going to quickly go through the games, give you like the final scores and everything. And of course, this was a 4-game series. And as I just mentioned, the Indians won all 4 games. And this was coming off losing 2 of 3 to the Twins coming off the All-Star break. So this was a big series for us. We just took that final game against the Twins. Man, we're coming out in this game, and game 1 of the series. Now, one other theme of this series was rain delays, and the really sucky part was the fact that we had a couple good starts get washed away, essentially. But good news is the games were finished. Plutko faced Norris, and Plutko actually went 5 1/3. Norris went 5 2/3, so we got 1 extra out. And Plutko gave up a case of the bombs. He gave up a lot of bombs in that first game. Wasn't too good, and 7 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and then the 3 dingers. And then Olsen came in there for 1 guy, didn't get him out. He got a hit and then walked a dude. And then Cole came in there, and pretty much from that point on, the bullpen took control. The Indians won the game 1, 8-6. Very intense game. They made it a little interesting, as usually happens, with a run in the 9th inning after we had just scored 3 in the 7th. And we won 8-6. Whitgren got the win. Alcantara takes the loss, and then Hand got his 25th save of the season. And this dude's been kind of shaky this year, but dominant. Love when our freaking pitcher's dominant. He, Hand came out, did his thing, pretty much. He did give up a home run, though, which, of course, you figured he would. He's been kind of prone to giving up bombs lately. That's kind of scary, But he did lock down the save, and that's what makes insurance runs so great, because they give your closer just a little bit of a cushion, so if he does screw up, it won't hurt him as bad. And luckily, it was just 1 homer. It was a solo bomb, so it didn't really hurt anything. Just hurt his ERA a little bit. And his ERA is actually 2.29, which compared to what it was before, not very good. But luckily, we faced the Tigers. The Tigers suck. So, yeah, we were able to get it. You already know. So, game 2 comes around. Of course, coming off the Plutko start, Plutko got rocked. I mean, that dude was giving up bombs left and right. The dudes who I didn't even think could hit bombs. Like, I'm going to start calling him the home run slot machine, because this dude is literally like, you have to take a roll at the slots because you don't know if this dude's going to give up a bomb or not. It's like roulette. Yeah, it's like playing roulette with him, with Plutko. You don't know what's going to come out from him. So here's the next game, game 2 on the mound. It's pretty much so game 2, Mother Nature stepped in. Yeah, Mother Nature stepped in, and she saw that we were kicking the absolute crap. I believe this was the Ryan Carpenter start for the Tigers. And, yeah, it was. He only went 3 innings, as did Plazak. And he saw that we were murdering the poor guy, and Mother Nature literally stepped in and said, "Hold on, that's enough, that's enough. Hold up, I'm gonna drop rain and just I'm gonna put you in a delay for like 2 hours, and yeah, your night's done, Carpenter. You're a bum. Get out of here." And it's almost like uncle, like stop. He's already dead. And Indians pretty much just dominated this game. Hang on, there's a fly on my computer. I'm gonna freaking kill it. Hang on. There we go. Sorry about that. Got a friggin' fly on the computer. Hate those things. They're stupid. Anyways, yeah, bullpen came in there after Plesac went 3 innings, and they did their thing. Clippard came in, got 2 strikeouts, 2 innings. Goody came in there, did his thing. Olson, same thing. Perfect. A bullpen that's been kind of shaky, did their thing. So, yeah, we win. Goody gets the win. Carpenter takes the loss. You already, really, no surprise. So, yeah, we win 8-0. Mm-hmm. Very, very good game by the Indians in that one. That's what we needed, just a blowout. It could have been worse if Mother Nature hadn't stepped in. We probably would have destroyed them like 13, 14 runs to nothing because Plesac was on his A game. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Plesac claimed another victim in the pickoff department. He has 5 pickoffs. That, I believe, leads the majors. So that's fantastic. So heading into game 2 of this, or game 3 of the series, excuse me. Game 2 was kind of, influenced by Mother Nature. Well, pretty much. I'm pretty sure Mother Nature would stick her nose in another game. And Clevenger was doing his thing, went 6 innings. Turnbull went 6. Oh, I don't think this was influenced by Mother Nature. But Clevenger did his thing. 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 12 Ks. Fantastic. Turnbull, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks. And, as you'd expect, the Indians came out victorious 7-2. Clevenger's 3-2. Turnbull's 3-9. Whitgren got his 2nd save of the year. I'm glad they didn't send Hand out there in a meaningless no save situation. It's like if the lead is more than like 3 runs, you don't need to send Hand out there. You're literally just wasting his arm in a meaningless effort. Like, why? Seriously, why? Just stop. So, yeah, we win game 3, 7-2. And then game 4 comes up, and this was a much, much closer game. And this Tigers team is bad, but they got some decent bats. And oh man, dude, the Tigers, yeah, we should be freaking hitting these guys on the face every time we see these guys. And game 4, not really the same. Indians came away with the victory, 6-3, and Bauer got the win. Boyd took the loss. Bauer's just been insane. And this was a big game because you had 2 pitchers who are probably going to be getting traded here soon. This was most likely their last meeting against one another on their current teams. For who's to say that these 2 don't end up on the same team? Or, they face each other another 5 times or something because they go to rivals or something. I'm sure they'll somehow see each other again unless one goes to like the Padres or another one goes to the Yankees. I don't know if they play each other or if they have played each other yet. I know the AL East, I think, plays the NL West, so they might see each other. Who knows? That'd be kind of trippy, though. I thought I was getting away from you. No. So, as you'd expect, the Indians go out there and absolutely take care of business. They got the win, 6-3. Bauer got his ninth win. He's 7 losses, so 9-7. Boyd is 6-8, and Hand got his 26th save of the season. It's funny though because Boyd was looking amazing in the early part of the season, and he's just kind of fallen off a cliff. He's like rolling down the slope as like in cartoons, like where they're just just bouncing down the slope, and then eventually there's just a big old cliff at the end. But yeah, he was good to start. He's been kind of trash since. Doesn't really help that he's playing for a bum team. Maybe a change of scenery, going to like a contender, like maybe a New York to play with the Yankees, or heck, Minnesota. Go to a winning team. Maybe that'll change him up. Maybe he'll be more motivated to not suck, and he'll go out there and can just ball out. Go back to what he was in the early part of the season when he was actually good. So, who's to say about what's going to happen with Boyd? For all we know, these two might not get traded. And when we face the Tigers in about a month or so, these two will face each other again. Bauer repping the Block C and Boyd repping the Old English D. Yes, that's actually what it's called, the Old English D. It's actually a pretty nice looking logo, much better than ours. If I had a suggestion for the Indians to change their logo, if they're not going to go back to Chief Wahoo or like a spear or something, go to like the 1970s C that you had on the 4th of July hats. That kind of logo would be sick. White, red, or blue, it would work perfectly. Not this dumb Block C. It's like I don't know which logo. Let's just pick one. It's like they just closed their eyes and just picked out of a freaking batch of logos, and they picked the most boring one. I don't know. I kind of miss Chief Wahoo though. But hey, if we didn't get rid of Chief Wahoo, we wouldn't have had arguably the most lit All-Star weekend I've ever seen. So, yeah, Bauer did his thing. Boyd, they were kind of neck and neck. Bauer went 6 2/3. Boyd went 6 innings. That's the kind of game it was. Both pitchers were on their A game. And then, he did give up 2 ding-dongs, but, other than that, he wasn't too bad. And it looked like it was going to be that kind of game. It was they actually were leading. We were winning 2-0. They scored, and then they scored another time. Was it a home run? And then we responded, tied the game up, and then a 2-run jet, and then 2 runs were scored in the 6th, and then an insurance run was scored in the 8th. And that's pretty much what put it out of reach. The Tigers just could not respond. So with that, the Indians, again, thanks to the Mets. By the way, shout out to the Mets. They took care of business against the Twins, helping us out big time. And we continued to close in on the Twins, by the way. Yeah. But the offense was on one. Loved to see what I saw from this team during the 4-game series against the Tigers. But then we welcomed the Kansas City Royals into town, and I knew these guys were going to be stingy. Game 1 of the series, it wasn't too bad. You had, Mike Montgomery on the mound against Shane Bieber. I knew we pretty much had this one in the bag. Montgomery, of course, was the guy who closed out Game 7 of the 2016 World Series. And Bieber came in there and just did what he always did. He's just doing what he's been doing this entire season, pretty much just dominating. Although he had a little bit of trouble to start. The umpire called a baloney balk, a little tiny little twitch, and the umpire balk. It's like, bro, what? Even Bieber and Frank Clark were like, huh? I mean, I can understand. Like, if you're like, you're in your stance, you're getting a sign, and then like you work and then you stop and then you do it again. That's a balk. But this dude literally just flinched. I think he moved his foot. You literally got to be a statue. I don't even think he was really in his windup. I don't know. These umps this whole week have been just nutty. They've even been getting hit with the baseball, or they've just been trash. I mean, all around, it's just been trash. So heading into this game, the Indians offense once again took control. They got after Montgomery. They got after Flynn when he came in there, because I guess Montgomery might have been on like a little bit of a pitch count thing. And offense just said, screw that, we're killing you. And one guy who definitely killed them, Oscar Mercado. And this dude was absolutely nuts, just to say the least. This kid was 1 for 25. And then he comes out in this game, 5 hits. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 hits. He sprayed that ball all over the place, mainly in left field. Like, he just somehow got the ball by the infielders every time. That was probably the best game I've seen from him. I mean, he's just been insane since the Tigers series, when he busted out of the slump, the 2 homers, and then that game he just freaking killed it. Oh yeah, he killed it. I think there was like one of the rain delay. I think there was like 2 games that were in a delay, because I remember like one game I did. I don't know, but I know the rain delay game we had. He literally homered the first time, and then he homered again. 2 homer game. This dude's just been crazy, man. I'm glad we got Oscar. Honestly, I could see him as maybe like a dark horse for the AL Rookie of the Year if he keeps this up. But in this game, Bieber went 5 2/3. Again, that pitch count kind of ate at him a little bit. That first inning was rough. 7 hits, 5 runs. Most of that was first couple innings, but he settled in. 6 Ks, 4 walks. Mm-hmm. Montgomery, 2 innings. I guess he was on a pitch count, whatever. 6 hits, 5 runs, 1 K, 1 homer. And then Flynn came in there, wasn't any better, although he didn't allow any ding-dongs. In fact, Montgomery gave up the only ding-dong of the game. And just to tell you who hit the ding-dong, it was Tyler Naquin, who actually dinged it off the foul pole. Yeah, he hit it off the foul pole. Yeah, that was awesome to see, and Tyler Naquin has been on an absolute tear. Now, you already know what's going to happen. Give him a little while and he'll fall off a cliff. But the thing about Tyler is he'll fall off a cliff, but then he'll be clawing back up, and before you know it, he'll be hitting again. It happens. It's a long season. Guys go through slumps. It happens. It's just how quickly they get out of that slump. I mean, sometimes it takes a dude 1 at bat to get out of, like, 1 or 2 games to get out of a slump. Or maybe he has a slump for like a whole series. The next series he'll come back and just wreck the opposing pitcher. Boom, slump busted. But Indians won 10-5. And Bieber got his 9th win of the year. Montgomery fell to 1-3. Of course, no save because, I bet you Brad Hand really appreciated that. So from scoring 10 runs in game 1, we now go to game 2. Now, the starters were Jacob Junis and Adam Plutko. Going into this game, I thought Plutko was going to be, again, home run slot machine, giving up yaks left and right. And the game started much like you'd expect from Adam Plutko. He gave up a homer, scheduled tweet, I guess you could say, on Twitter and everything. Well, that was scheduled. You were planning to say that. Yeah, I was planning for that to happen. I would have been even shocked if he didn't give up a homer, but he did. And guess what? That would actually be the only one he gave up. In fact, that would be the only run of the game. The Indians threatened a few times late in the game, but we just could not touch Junis or any of the other pitchers they had. We could not touch them. So our 6-game streak is snapped. We lose 1-0. Wow, that must make Plutko feel horrible. The only run that he gave up the entire game was the only run they scored and lose. Wow. And so not really much to talk about that game because nothing really happened. I'll go through like who won and lost. We all know Plutko freaking lost, even though he pitched an absolute gem. But, there's no moral victories, you pitched a gem, but you took an L. And he's still over, he's still over 3-2. Junis, he's 6-8. He's a bum, and yet he freaking blanked you. Imagine getting blanked by a dude named Jacob Junis. Ugh. And then Kennedy got his 17th save. Yeah. And in case you're wondering how a lot of these at-bats went for the Indians, because, there's the difference, Maybe they've been getting good hits, but they just, grounded out a lot. Well, here's how they went, all right? First inning for the Indians, all right? After we gave up the homer, Lindor, single. Mercado, fly out. Santana, walk. Obviously, they weren't going to really test Santana. Kipnis flew out. Ramirez flew out. Wow. Then inning number 2. We come up. Bowers grounded out. Perez walked. And then somehow Greg Allen actually beat out a double play. And then Naquin flies out. Wow. And then inning number 3 comes up. Strikeout, ground out, strikeout. Wow. These at-bats get worse and worse. And then fly out, ground out, strikeout. Ooh, we had one of each. One of each. Wow. A strikeout, a fly out, and a ground out. Wow. Getting a little, little crazy there, eh? Wow. And then you had, this one was fantastic. This was a great at bat for the Indians. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. On 4, and 5 pitches. Let's see how many foul balls they've hit. All right, let's start off with Perez. He hit a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foul balls. So it took him 8 pitches to go down. Allen? Called strike, ball, called swing and strike. Naquin. Okay, so he drew a full count. All right. Called strike, ball. So he fought back in the count. Swing and strike. Oh, man, the discipline was just trash, garbage. They had no discipline at the plate. They were just swinging for the fences, hoping that they can connect. Now, bottom of the 6th, we had a much better at-bat, a much better time at the plate. Lindor flew out, although he was that close to hitting a freaking homer. Although watching it back, it would have dinged off the top of the wall, probably off the yellow portion of the wall. But it would have been at least a double, leadoff double. But no, Billy Hamilton decides to go Sports Center top 10 on us. And then Oscar Mercado flew out. Same place. I don't think it went nearly as far. Santana walked. Kipnis singled. Oh, my God, we're threatening. Here comes Ramirez. Strikeout. I'm like, wow. Buzzkill. Wow. Wow, guys, you're good. Ooh. And then came the 7th inning. That Junis finally came out of the game, so I guess we finally got to him a little bit. Okay. Bowers popped out. Perez struck out. Greg Allen doubled. Naquin struck out. 8th inning. Oh, wow, this is a great inning right here. Ooh. Lindor grounded out. Mercado struck out. Santana struck out. So heading into the 9th, down 1-0. game's pretty much on the line. Oh, by the way, that was right after we picked off a dude trying to, I guess, caught him sleeping on the bases. Cam Gallagher being a weirdo. I'm a catcher. I'm going to try and steal a base. I think they were trying like a hit and run, and they failed because hit and gun, and that didn't even really get hit. I mean, the dude struck out afterwards too. So yeah, this is a bottom of the ninth, right? Kennedy comes in. We're thinking, okay, we got Kipnis, Ramirez, Bowers. Kipnis and Ramirez have had success against Kennedy. You know what they do? You really want to know what they do? Struck out, popped out. So our last hope is Jake Bauers. This is almost like in those movies, like where people are trapped and they got to rely on someone, and it's always that person that just looks so incapable of doing anything that has to save the heroes in the movie. It'd be like a child trying to stop a robber or something. Help me, you're my only hope. Come rescue me. And it's some kid who doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know what to do. That's Jake Bauers. And guess what he does? Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So, yeah, much like the last series, we played them at our place. We lose game 2 of the series in depressing fashion. This time not via a grand slam in the top of the ninth when you're closer all over the mound. This time our offense just did not show up. It's crickets. Friggin' tumbleweeds. Trash. Trash. So, yeah, the offense completely abandoned freaking poor Plutko. And Junis got a 6th win of the year. He's 6-8. Plutko 3-2. Kennedy 17 saves on the year. Plutko went 7 innings. 1 home run given up in 7 innings. That's impressive. 2 hits, too. Wow, he only had 2 hits. Damn, okay. So this dude freaking, again, pitches the gem, offense, crickets. Seriously? Oh, my God. Now, the way logic would have went, he would have given up 4 ding-dongs and the offense would have exploded. Really? Junis went 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 7 Ks. That's it. Wow. Oh, well, so pretty much in my mind, let's just put that in the freaking incinerator and burn it. Just forget about it. Come back tomorrow and try to kill these guys. And it's pretty much what they did. And I was very impressed. Of course, they scored early again. So all 3 games, they scored first. Kind of got on my nerves a little bit there. But Plesac looked a little off. Yeah, he looked a little off. Luckily, though, he recovered in time before it really hurt him horribly. And Plesac got run support. That was the big thing right there. Plesac got run support. Guys who kind of were, silent the past couple games, they woke up. Lindor actually got a hit. Now, they scored first with an RBI double. And then, they scored first because Cheslor Cuthbert hit an RBI double, scoring Dozier, who killed us the game before. And then Soler hit a ding-dong top of the 3rd. And it was 2-0. And then here comes good old Frankie Lindor. And he hits a 2-run jack and ties the game. Bottom 3rd, and then bottom 6th. Here comes Jose Ramirez. And he homered. So that was actually this is the first time all year that these two homered in the same game. They did that 10 times last year. So that's pretty good. And then Kevin Plawecki came up, hit an RBI single. Mercado came up, RBI single. And then typical Indians, they're trying to give it right back. Cuthbert hits an RBI single of his own. And then at the top of the 9th, Bubba Starling, a dude who was just called up a few days ago, about a week ago or something like that, week and a half maybe. He got his first home run of his career against Brad Hand. And that's one thing, though. Brad Hand's been giving up a lot of homers recently. Not as many as like Cody Allen, but he gives up a homer more often now than he did in the beginning of the year. Of course, because guys are, the guys know what he's bringing. He's still nasty, but I mean, it's whatever, you deal with it. At least there was a solo shot, and this game kind of got close at the end, but Brad Hand did his thing. He gave up the homer, literally a leadoff homer, and then he struck out the next three. Absolute nastiness. Absolute nastiness. So, Plesac got the win. He's 4-3. Sparkman took the loss, 3-6. And Hand got his 27th save of the year. Plesac went 6 innings. When the game started, I thought this dude was not going to last past 3 innings because he had a long first and second inning. And then he settled in. He was fantastic. The bullpen just had to come out and get 9 outs, and they did. Goody, Simber, and Hand were pretty much lights out except for that freaking ding-dong that Hand gave up. And then Sparkman only went 5 2/3, 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and 2 ding-dongs given up. That's what I like to see from this offense. Beat up on that pitcher. Make his day a living hell. And that's exactly what we did. So that's talking about the Tigers and Royals series. Now let's preview the Blue Jays series coming up. Now, game 1 tomorrow. This should be a decent game. I think it'll be a good game. It'll be Mike Clevinger versus Ryan Borucki. All right, so Borucki's actually making his first start after I believe he was sidelined since spring training. Mike Clevinger is still, really getting back into a rhythm ever since he came back from his injury, back strained, and he rolled his ankle a little bit. So, he's been lights out ever since. 3-2 record, 3.57 ERA, and 58 Ks. Of course, Borucki, no record, no ERA, no Ks. First start of the season for him. Now, that's, of course, a night game. Now, game 2, this is an interesting game because this game is not on TV. It's on YouTube. Oh, crazy dog, it's always on YouTube because you always stream it. No, legit. It's not on Sports Time Ohio. It's not on SN or whatever the heck they have over there in Canada, Toronto. It's on YouTube. That's the only way you can watch this game. And with that being said, I'm not going to be streaming game 2 because it's already on YouTube. I mean, I usually just stream it on YouTube if it's on TV because I know people, in other states who are Indians fans don't have Sports Time Ohio, or they're not around to watch the game. So that's why I do it. Now, with it being on YouTube, kind of defeats the purpose of me streaming it because, you can watch it anywhere, so it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, I'm not going to be streaming game 2. It'll be Trevor Bauer against Aaron Sanchez. So, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter if I'm not streaming this game because it's a horrible matchup for the Blue Jays. Trevor Bauer, 9-7, 3.67 ERA, 170 strikeouts. And Aaron Sanchez, who at one point was a possible trade candidate, who has been absolutely trash. This dude has just been utter garbage pretty much the entire season. He is 3-14. You heard that correctly. 3-14. Damn. Wow. And he has a 6.26 ERA and 83 strikeouts. Not very good. We should be able to kill him. Or knowing Indians' logic, they're going to get shut out by him because, of course, they would. But yeah, Bauer against Sanchez on YouTube. That's definitely a YouTube-worthy game. And then I'll return for the series finale when it'll be Shane Bieber on the mound, 9-3, 3.69 ERA, and 156 strikeouts, going up against Marcus Stroman, who's 6-10, 3.06 ERA, and 93 strikeouts. Now, this is most likely going to be Marcus Stroman's final or one of his final showdowns in a Jays uniform. I'm pretty sure for that game there will be a crap ton of scouts if he's not traded before then, because he could easily be traded before this game. You know, it could be a bullpen day against Bieber, and that'll be interesting. But again, it's in the dome, so got to play on the turf. We'll see how some of the guys handle it, and then after this game, of course, they will be heading to Kansas City, where I'm pretty sure Trevor Bauer will be having his final pitching outing of possibly his Indians career. He only has 2 more outings before the deadline. I'll be shocked if he's in an Indians uniform by August 1st. And that's really sad because this dude literally has been through everything with the Indians. I remember when that dude freaking sucked. He was trash when he first came up. After what was it? We acquired him in a trade with like Drew Stubbs or something. I don't even know. Bro, Drew Stubbs, where the heck is he at, bro? Damn. Wow. But yeah, he's really stuck around. He's had some rough times, and he's also had some really good times. And yeah, he'll have one more start before the deadline. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Wait, when is his next start? Let's see. It's on the 23rd. Okay. So it'll be the 28th. Oh, wow. His final start will be in Kansas City 2 days or so before the deadline. I bet you there'll be a lot of moves made. There could be moves made starting tomorrow in my eyes. You know, I think the latest you're going to see moves is like literally like 2 minutes before the deadline ends. But yeah, that's going to pretty much wrap up this live stream. I'm going to check the chat real quick, see if anyone's popping in here. Yeah, Kipnis got robbed. Yeah, I did not mention that, though, in the game. I can't even talk. In today's game, Kipnis looked like he had a home run. And Soler said, nah, you're not getting a home run off of me, boy. And he went up there and robbed it. So could have had 3 home runs tonight, but no, we don't deserve. He doesn't get nice things. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here, and so that being said, I'm Crazy Dog 99. I will see you tomorrow for my Browns training camp position preview, and then I'll be back on later that evening for Indians and Blue Jays. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Tribe, and I'm out.